Beaches across the county were packed because of the heat today, and with more people on the beaches this weekend, the city of Del Mar is stepping up enforcement when it comes to wearing masks. It launched a new program that focuses on educating people about them. Fox 5's Jacqueline Sarkeesian is live in Del Mar now with all the details. And Jacqueline, if people don't follow these rules, they could face some pretty harsh penalties, hey?
Yeah, that is for sure, Misha. So the city says the concept is very easy. It's simple, that they want to get everyone to understand that when you're outside, you have to wear a mask. So if residents or visitors are out here on the beach, they could face a fine of up to $1,000, even go to jail if they're not wearing any face coverings. The Del Mar City Beach was packed Sunday afternoon, packed with both people and signs about the city's new program. It's hired part-time sheriff's deputies to work 2 days a week, enforcing the county's public health order, and that's with an emphasis on face coverings.
I think it's a good thing, honestly, that there needs to be some type of law enforcement pressure to make sure that people are wearing their masks.
I think people definitely should wear a face mask, and if they have to enforce it, I think that's all right.
If you're caught outside without a mask, you could be cited with a misdemeanor and fined up to $1,000 with up to 90 days in jail.
Oh, wow.
Some people, like Katie, find that a little too much to ask right now.
But honestly, we're in a heat wave right now. Not exactly looking for another place or a reason to wear a mask.
I think it's really harsh. I don't really agree with my wife on that one.
Places that will be patrolled are the beach, Seagrove and Powerhouse Parks, the Civic Center, and other areas with high foot traffic. Even with the harsh penalties, some beachgoers say they won't be motivated to wear a mask.
Unless I'm explicitly told by an officer to put a mask on while I'm out in the open air and UV light, no.
And the city says right now they're focusing their efforts first on education, then followed with enforcement. So Misha, this weekend officials are not out here actually giving any type of citations for those who are not wearing face coverings.
Well, of course, you got both sides of the issue for us, which is great. But I'm just wondering, anecdotally, just from watching people today, what was the consensus? Were people wearing masks mostly, or not so much?
Honestly, we saw both. A lot of people were wearing masks, continue to wear masks when they're out here, the park area and the beach. And then you have those people like Katie, like you saw in the story, who just said, it's way too hot to have a face covering on. So of course, we did see a lot of people too who just decided not to wear a face covering, even knowing that there's new enforcement and a new education program happening here in Del Mar.
All right, we'll see how it pans out in a couple of weeks. Jacqueline Sarkeesian, thank you so much for that. We appreciate it.